So from that little video intro, you guys got to see the Cobra TRA from Red Win on both these firearms right here. Now, I just took it out, did a few little function tests. So this is an unboxing, but it is kind of, sort of. I did already take it out. I just put it right back the way I found it. So let's go ahead and get into the Cobra TRA from Red Win Optics. Now, this is the 3 reticles you guys are going to get for the choice. You get a dot, you get a circle, you get a circle with your dot and the hashtags. I prefer this reticle here, but you may choose one of the other ones if you like. So let's go ahead and go over some of the features. It's 21 by 17 millimeter objective. It has an enclosed LED emitter. It has 1 MOA per click. It has X-ray photo etching. I don't necessarily know what that is, but I'll show you something a little cool that I kind of think what it might be. 2-minute auto shut off, and it is motion sensing, so any motion turns it right back on. It has 10 settings, 8 daytime, 2 nighttime, up to 50,000 hour battery life. We'll go over the battery lives here a little bit later because I do like something I did find on Red Win's website about the settings. So we'll go over that a little bit later. And it is an RCO footprint. It is waterproof. Now this has IPX67. I've talked to them. I've looked at their website. It is submergible, so we are going to submerge this in water. It is 1.5 meters for up to 30 minutes, so it is actually IPX7 rated, and it is 1200 Gs shockproof. One of the nice things I like about Red Win and their products is the presentation. The presentation is very, very sleek, very nice. This box comes on, says Red Win. You got a sleeve. You open it up. It doesn't just say Red Dot. It's not just a plain old black box, anything like that. So it's very nice. I like the presentation that Red Win does with their products when you're opening it. Very first thing you're going to see is you get a 5-year warranty. We'll go over a little bit of the warranty information here in just a little bit, because there's some good information I want to let you guys know about on the warranties. Here is the tool. I have not opened it. This is the first time I'm going to open it and see what it does. So you got your adjustments here, very nice, and you got a little flat blade screwdriver. You got your owner's manual. I like that this owner's manual is strictly to just this optic. It's not a bunch of other ones. A lens cleaning cloth. And what came in this little package right here was my mounting plate for my slide cut. I went with an RMR slide cut because this is what I've got. They do make other plate options. You guys can go with a high riser, a low riser, something similar to like this. But whatever you're going to go with, you're going to want to order it from Red Win when you go to order your TRA. And here's why. It's because this is a little bit shorter. Here's a great example. Take a look at the high riser right there. This is another company's high riser. See the difference? Length right there. So if you get just any high riser ACR footprint, it's gonna be a little bit bigger than the actual Red Dot itself. So it's important that when you go to order your Red Win products, you guys order it, especially if you want it to look aesthetically pleasing, like I do. And then you're gonna take the foam cover off. There's your Red Dot. You get tools inside here. You get your little torque set and flat blade tools inside there. Normally, I would consider a battery being right here. But Red Win does not ship these with batteries. I think they need to. And now in all its glory, here is the Cobra TRA from Red Win. This thing is very nice. Here's your plus, your minus. Your battery, 2032 battery right here on top. Like I said earlier, 50,000 hours. Your adjustment clicks are right here. Very nice. Let's go ahead and see how they sound for adjustment. They're supposed to be audible. Let's see. Hope that picks it up. Yep, it's audible. Very nice. 1 MOA per click again. There is your review. Now, as you guys can kind of see, you get a little bit smaller of a window here for this right here. I like the wider windows and not so tall. But what I like about this the most is the emitter is actually right up here, and it is hidden. I'm going to bring this up to the camera so you guys can kind of see a little bit. Give me a second and get this to focus on the actual dot. There's the reticle. And this thing I'm going to tell you guys right now, it is definitely daylight bright. This thing, since it looks like it's really, really extremely bright in here right now and starbursting, it's not. It does hold up very well, and you can find this very nicely against something white or up in the sky. That thing and the clarity on that reticle is very nice. Now, as you guys can notice, or as you guys are noticing, or what I want to show you, is notice as you look through this, if I don't have any reflection off of any light, you don't see any emitter down here in the pocket or anything like that, because the emitter is right up here. And it is reflecting back down here and back into here on a glass. So you're not going to have the emitter obstructing any kind of view. The objective lens that you get is exactly what you're going to get. You're going to see that square right through there. You don't have to worry about some little emitter somewhere else. I like that. I'm going to show you guys another company's here real quick. So if you look really carefully, you can actually see the emitter right down there. As not a big deal when you're looking through a pistol. It does kind of block it. If I pull my hand out of the way, it does kind of block the emitter, does block you being able to use your suppressor height sights. So it's kind of a bummer. The other thing I like about it is they've swung it out like this to kind of protect the lens. Hopefully I can kind of get it here for you guys. You guys can see that lens is back far enough that it's not sitting right on the edge of the glass. Very cool. I like that. So let's go ahead and go over some of the features of the Red Dot itself. The Red Dot itself is 3 MOA dot with a 30 MOA circle and 40 MOA hashtag. So the edge of the hashtags are 40 MOA. I like that feature. Like I said earlier, it's 21 by 17 millimeters. It's an enclosed reticle. It fits on an ACRO footprint. IPX7, like I said, we are going to be testing that. We're going to be freezing. We're going to be doing a heat. We're going to be doing a submerge test. Audible clicks, as I showed earlier. 45 degrees of elevation, either way. 10 settings, 2-minute auto shut off with motion activation. So here's one of the things I do like that Red Win does is they give you a little bit of a breakdown to tell you what the actual battery life is at what level. Now the 50,000 hour battery life is set at the lowest setting, which most of us know is nighttime setting. You're not going to be able to use that with your normal eye vision. So at the 6th setting, the 6th level, you're going to be able to get up to 10,000 hours of life expectancy out of that battery. And at the highest setting, 10, you're going to get about 1,500 hours of battery life out of that. Now, granted, guys, this does have the shake awake and auto shut off, so you guys will be able to save a little bit of battery life. Overall height of this is 1.1 inch. Overall length of this is 1.76 inches. Overall width is 1.06 inches, so it is literally an inch wide. Let's go ahead and just put it on their riser, their high rise right here. So as you guys can see, it looks aesthetically pleasing because it does come right on up to it. If you go with another company's mount, it's going to look a little big and a little goofy, but to each their own. If you want it to look like that, go ahead and go with something, just a generic off-brand one or a generic brand, whatever. But that's what it's going to look like. So I like it to look a little more aesthetically pleasing. So I would definitely recommend whatever you guys are going to, what application you're going to put it in, definitely order the mount to fit your application that you're going to use it in. So here's the Sealy Wolf Bear. You guys can see the size comparison of it. Okay, it is definitely smaller. The window is smaller. It's wider, but it's not as tall because the emitters up here, not down in the way. I like wider windows on my pistols than I do taller ones. It just kind of gives you guys an idea. Top is flat, their top face. So, boom, there it is in comparison to like a Sealy Wolf. Let's go ahead and compare it to like a Gideon Optics Mediator. There it is in size. Like I said, it's narrower because it doesn't have the battery hanging off the top of it. I prefer this size, this style like this, for similar to a pistol. And if we look at, say, a window, this window's wider, this one's taller, this one's more square. I like the Gideon Optics for like a rifle or something like that. I prefer my wider one, shorter one like this for a pistol. So this one works very well for a pistol. Not that either one of the Gideon Optics or the Sealys are bad, but if I'm going to run it on a pistol, if I'm going to run a pistol one, and I have my rathers, so far, we'll see if it holds up to torture testing. I would say I'm probably going to go with this one over those. So one of the things I do not like is I wish this mount was actually the actual mount itself, the plate itself, was a little bit narrower to maybe match the optic itself, so I didn't have such a wide plate right here. So I guess if you're going to order a RMR plate, or maybe order an RMR plate later on, whatever, you guys could just go with a generic one. But if you're going to order a riser, whether it be a low rise or a high rise, I would definitely order the riser with it. Let's go over the warranty real quick because I'm going to knock this out real fast. There's a 5-year warranty. It has a one-time free accidental damage. They're going to replace it one time free for accidental damage. 2-way shipping, so they're going to pay for shipping to have it sent to them and sent back to you. And they also cover natural disasters. So if this is damage in a fire, flood, anything like that, electrocution, shock, lightning bolts, they are going to take care of it for you because it is a natural disaster. Very cool. I like that. Again, 5-year warranty. Let's go ahead and get into the torture test of the Red Win Cobra, and then we'll take it back out, see how it performs. We got a 5-gallon bucket of about 13.5 inches of water. Here is the TRA. It is on. Boom, boom. Let's see what time it is. See you in an hour. Then 1 hour. Let's check it out. Ooh, so much water. Still working. Onto the freezer. All right, get the Red Win Cobra TRA into the freezer. See you in an hour. All right, 1 hour later. Let's check this bad boy out and see how it's doing. Still working. Onto the oven. See you in an hour. An hour later. Let's check this bad boy out. Still working. Let's get it mounted to the gun. Get it out. See if it holds zero. So now we're out here with the Red Win Cobra TRA on our drop test pistol. It is zero, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys on this steel target down here. We are 11 yards away, 5 rounds. So it is on. We are good to go. We're going to do a drop test. We're going to do 2 beat downs. We're going to rack it off of stuff, and we'll see how it holds up. We're going to do anywhere from 3 to 5 shots. The mag is going to hold open just like this at the end of every test. If I notice any damage between like drop testing and stuff like that, I will show you guys the damage. Beyond that, let's go ahead and get into the beat down. All right, so gun's empty. We got it clear. We're going to go ahead and do the fan favorite, suggested by a great YouTube subscriber of mine, Uncle Dan. He came up with the chicken beat down. We're in a world of hurt if this is unzeroed because of that, okay? 3 rounds in it. So let's go ahead and see how this performs. Perfect. All right, so we got the gun unloaded, water bottle here. It's still holding zero, so we're going to give her a good beat down all around because we already submerged it, so we know it holds up to water, so we're not going to worry about pouring water on it because we submerged it and it did very well. So let's go ahead. We'll throw 3 more rounds downrange and see how this does. No problem, still holding zero. This time in the mag we got 5 rounds. We're just going to rack it off with different things on the body, simulating that if you're going to rack it against the wall, something like that. I might even rack it off like a rock right there or something here. But gun's empty again. We're going to go ahead and rack it. Right there on the knife. Gonna get a good hard rack on all of it. Nothing there. Let's rack it off our shoe if we needed. Good to go. Okay. 5 rounds. Let's see. Still holding zero. Let's finish it up with the drop test and give you my final thoughts. So if you're new to the channel, we do drop tests. This gun has been beat to hell. We've done all sorts of drop tests with this gun and this optic. I'm going to use that flat rock right there. We're going to simulate about shoulder heights, a few shoulder heights, and a few waist heights. Now what this is simulating is if you were drawing your gun, fumbled it, or let's just say you were leaking somewhere and your hand was wet and you didn't get a good enough purchase on it, or the gun came out of your hand, hit the asphalt, hit the concrete, whatever. That's what we're simulating. Now, Red Win says that this is supposed to be able to hold up to a 3-foot drop. So we'll see if it holds up to 3 consecutive 3-foot drops or higher. So not too worried about the gun. Like I said, it is already beat up. I'm going to start off with a drop from the hip height. If it's damaged, I'll walk it up to the camera and show you guys. Beyond that, it's just going to be housing damage and that's it. So right here's our flat rock. I'm going to just drop it from about hip height right here. Start off with. And that was a perfect smack on the top. I'll show you guys that a little bit later. No damage to the glass. I think it took more of the rock with it than it did the optic. Very cool. Okay, now we're going to go from shoulder height, or a little bit between shoulder and hip height. Great. Again, that was on the side. Like I said, I will show you guys the damage. It's all so far on the housing. And that's it. So next is we're gonna go shoulder height. Now I'm 5'6", I'm nothing tall. So let's go ahead and we're gonna drop it from here and see how it goes. And that is higher than it is supposed to be. And guys, this optic looks great. So before we fire 5 rounds, I want to show you guys what we hit. We got the damage there, we got the damage there, and we got damage there, right there on the very front. So We kind of beat around it a little bit. I even got it on the front of my gun right there. So that's why I have a thread protector. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to throw 6 rounds down range. We're going to give you guys a bonus round and see if it held 0. It's holding 0. I can see that. That's just me shooting a little fast. But yes, it is holding 0. Very nice. I like that. So I had a viewer suggest, why don't you print that on cardboard after you're done drop testing it? You know, so why not? I've never done that before. I always just shoot minute of man to see if it still holds up. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. I got a shoot and see target right down there. All right, so my group's a little high. It is off the target, but I'll bring you down and show you real quick. All right. All right, so as you guys can see, my group is right here. I had one up here, 3 here, and another one here. So I'm a little high, but I'm still center. There we go. Now you guys can see the target a little bit better. So this is what we got. We got these 3 right here. My first shot was here, second was here, third, fourth, and fifth was right over here. So I have a little bit of a group right there. I don't know, call it 2.5, 3 inches. I'm perfectly fine with that, especially after the beatdown we just gave this Red Win Cobra TRA. It's still working fine, no issues. So I appreciate to that subscriber who suggested me printing it after we were done shooting it. I was kind of hoping to have more of it on the shoot and see target here, but it is a little high, not too bad. I would take that shot if I needed it. So it shows me that this Cobra TRA works very well. Let's go ahead and finish up the review on this, and I'll give you my final thoughts and some more information on the Cobra TRA from Red Win. So final thoughts on the Cobra TRA from Red Win. I gotta say, guys, Red Win makes some pretty good products. Their lenses are very clear, their optics are very clear. We did a 1:6 earlier, and that thing, a Torero, I'll tell you what, that has some of the best clarity of an optic I've seen. This is second to none as well. If you look up at the sky, I'm not gonna look at the sun, it's over here. We're gonna look up over here, and I can still see this dot. This dot is daylight bright, definitely daylight bright. So very cool. 3 different reticles you guys get to choose from. One of the things I did find cruising around on their website before I came out here today is that they also have mounts for things like the Doc Ops cut or the RMSC cut. So if you guys are running a Glock 43, Glock 48, Glock 43X, and you guys have an RMSC cut, they make a plate for it. This does mount to, like I said, the ACRO footprint. So it is going to mount to that. Definitely order your risers, all your mounts, all your stuff when you go to order this, because it doesn't quite aesthetically look the same if you're just going to use a generic mount. That's a little shorter this way and a little narrower this way. So I think it'll look really, really good on, say, like a Glock 43 or Glock 43X or even a Glock 48. Very, very tough optic. I would put this up there with probably the Gideon Optic Rock that we did a torture test on. It even held up to the chicken beatdown. I mean, so come on, what else do you guys expect out of this bad boy? This is very, very impressive. So if you guys are looking for one of these Cobra TRAs, I'll leave a link to Red Win's website in the description down below. If there's any coupon codes or anything like that, those will be in the description down below as well. If you guys like gun content like this, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, follow me on social medias. Thanks for shooting the breeze with me, guys. We'll see you next time.